So guys, it is 8:45 AM right now. I woke up 20 minutes ago to the news that Sebastian Vettel was leaving Ferrari. Let me just move this down. Was leaving Ferrari after this year. So obviously I have my predictions, but first I'm just gonna go over why I think he left. I think personally, I think a lot of people agree with this, is that he went to Ferrari to win a championship, and even if Ferrari had a championship winning car now, but I don't think he could have won the championship, and that's why he's left, because they've got Charles Leclerc, who we all know is a brilliant driver, and some think at this stage of Seb's career that he's better. I don't know about that statement, but I think if it came to it and they both had world championship winning cars, I think Charles would win and Vettel would come second. So I think personally he's leaving because he's got too much competition possibly, or maybe Ferrari aren't giving him what he wants, which is a world championship winning car, which he hasn't got, as we've all seen from the last seasons. The last season that he had a chance was the first half of 2018, but he didn't win that, so it's obvious that there's a big reason why he wants to leave, and I don't think he was tired, but I don't know what team he'll go to. It's hard to decide. I don't think he'll go to, I can't see him going to a Mercedes or Red Bull, back to Red Bull. I can't see that. I don't see why Red Bull will get rid of Albon or even Verstappen. I don't see why Verstappen would go to Ferrari. So yeah, I've got my three predictions that I've got. So my three predictions, the first one might shock a few people. I don't think it will. But before I say anything, I don't think Ferrari are going to get a rookie driver. I don't think they're going to bring in Mick Schumacher or anyone like that, because they've got, like, Leclerc joined F1 2 years ago. He's had 2 seasons, so he's young. And one of my predictions for drivers is still very young. He's still a very young driver. He's still got, I don't know, 13 years left on him. The other 2 drivers probably got, one of them's got maybe 3-4 years. One of them's got another 7-8 years. So yeah, first driver prediction I've got is Carlos Sainz, that's driving for McLaren right now. My prediction for Carlos Sainz is because, one, he's a cheap driver to hire. Say if you went for a big driver, that you'd be looking at tens of millions. I think Carlos Sainz, it's got his salary here, 3.5 mil for the 2020 season. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but that's what I could find on lots of websites. So 3.5 mil, and he would be, I think Carlos Sainz, he's not a rogue driver, is he? He'd listen to team orders, and personally I think he'd be the second driver, and I think he'd be fine being the second driver at Ferrari, and then Ferrari, he'd have lots of opportunity to show his talent, show how good he actually is, and then maybe eventually, I don't know, maybe Ferrari will have a world championship winning car in the next few years, you never know. But yeah, I think Carlos Sainz is a big contender for it, and I'll tell you at the end of the video how I think they'll hire. My next prediction is Carlos Sainz. Not Carlos Sainz, I said that. My next prediction is Ricciardo. He's 30 years old, so he's got 7, 8, maybe 9, maybe 10 years left in F1. And he got paid this year or last year, I'm not too sure what these are, but supposedly 26.5 million from Renault as he moved from Red Bull for this year and next year. This year and last year, sorry, and his contract ends this year, I believe. And I don't think, if Renault don't show him evidence that they're going to win a title or be close, I think he's going to leave, because that's what they told him that he was going to get in these next few years. And obviously we can all see that he hasn't got them. But Ricciardo, I think the only problem with Ricciardo is, I don't know how expensive he'd want to be for Ferrari if Ferrari gave him an option and offered him 10 mil or something like that. I don't know whether he'd want that. Maybe just went Renault for the money, or maybe he went, I'm not too sure. But the problem with Ricciardo would be that he'd be fighting for the first driver spot. With Leclerc, there'd be some problems there. I'm not saying problems as in friendship, I know they'd be good friends, but I mean, like, on the racetrack they'd be racing each other. None of them would want to back down, really. They'd both be first drivers. They both want to be first drivers anyway. So yeah, that's Ricciardo. I think he's a good contender though. Obviously he wants to be in a big team. He's been shown that he can perform in a big team. Obviously he didn't, in the races he didn't perform as good sometimes as Verstappen. sometimes he performed better. But yeah, the next and final prediction that I've got, I think it's going to be between these three. I can't see anyone else going to Ferrari like Bottas or, I don't know, Hulkenberg, even though he's not in the sport anymore. That would be a wild card, wouldn't it? But I don't see anyone else apart from these three drivers. The final driver is Hamilton. Hamilton, like, I don't know, Hamilton's hinted that he likes and would want to go to Ferrari eventually. But at the moment, I believe Hamilton's on 50 mil at least a year, and Hamilton would be the first driver. But we know that Hamilton is, we haven't seen Hamilton in the same car as Leclerc, but I'm sure they'd make Hamilton the #1 driver, and there wouldn't be any arguments about that with him coming up to his 7th world title this year, hopefully for Hamilton. But yeah, coming after that, if he got the 7th world title and he got it, I think there'd be a bit of a chance that he'd go to Ferrari, but I don't think he wants to go to Ferrari yet. But I think that there's an option for him to go now, and I don't know whether he'll be able to turn it down, whether how good the option will be, whether Ferrari is showing him what they've got for the next few years coming up, you know. So yeah, that's my 3 predictions. Personally, I'm just going to tell you guys now, I'm not going to waste any of your guys' time. Personally, I know it's, a lot of people disagree with me here, but I think I'm going to make a F1 2021 predictions tomorrow, and you'll see where I place the other drivers. But personally, Carlos Sainz goes to Ferrari for me. He's still young, 25 years old. That's very young. He's got a lot of F1 left in him, and he's shown brilliant talent. A podium last year in Brazil, well-deserved podium as well, how good he's drived. He's got lots of other great results. He can keep his head down, he doesn't get involved in anything. He can listen to the team. He's got a good relationship with Lando Norris. Yes, it'll be sad to see go, but I think I'm not saying he is going, but I'm saying he's the most likely out of them 3. I'm definitely not saying Ricciardo won't take the seat or anything like that, so don't just say in 6 months' time when it's confirmed maybe Ricciardo gets a seat. Don't say, I never ruled Ricciardo out because I predicted that it was one of these 3. But I think the most likely out of these 3 to go would be Carlos Sainz, because second driver, I don't think you'd have a problem with that. He's got great talent at only 25 years old. I know only, but he's had lots of seasons, not lots, but like he's still young, and he's got good experience in F1 for Ferrari. I think Ferrari would like that experience. Like, I know Vettel's experience, but he's gone now, isn't he? So I think Carlos Sainz takes the seat for Ferrari, and they'll give him 2-year contract maybe to see how he does, maybe just 3-year contract, see how he does. But I think Carlos Sainz will be there. I wasn't expecting to make this video today. I was going to actually make a video on the sim racing situation, but I've got a video coming out tomorrow with pro races, so look out for that. And also, either today or tomorrow, I'm going to make my F1 2021 predictions, and you'll see where I place Ricciardo. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a thumbs up. It's the same thing, I know. But subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.